I, Agnes Nawira Sobola, swear by the Almighty God that the evidence I shall give touching the matter before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
But when it comes to fuel, you have impounded somebody's fuel, and later on it is found that it is less than by 9,000 liters. That is theft. That is criminal. I mean, what punitive action did you take? Specific officers of the same entity. She was trying to tell us what happened. Then maybe the Commissioner General realized that she was making a mistake here. Then the Commissioner General chipped in to confuse this committee. The Commissioner said, when the day the fuel was impounded, they had no storage facilities. They decided to keep this fuel with Shell Uganda Limited. Is that correct? That's what you told this committee. Well, it should be made clear.
Yes, Chair, let me give clarification. When the interception was made, it was not an immediate deposit. When the interception was made and the resolution of the enforcement process was taking long, the decision to deposit with Shell came later because we had nowhere to store the fuel. But later on, after the resolution of the case, there was a variance between what was seized and what was deposited with Shell Uganda. So it is because of that variance that even the officer that handled that matter was disseconded, because he was also a UPDF officer that had been attached to URA.
Did Shell give you a receipt note, something, a receipt, something, because
yes,
acknowledge note?
Yes, yes.
Do you have it here? Do you have a copy of it?
No, I don't have it here.
Maybe Honorable...
Not sanctioned by the board. The Auditor General ought to have been more specific to say on a particular expenditure that risk actually materialized. But this statement is rather broad, that there is a risk that extra cost could not have been, sanctioned by the board. And it's not very, maybe the Auditor General can be specific here, but the way it is stated, this statement, is just highlighting a possibility of a risk. And without specifics on which particular expenditure, it's difficult for us to say whether there was indeed a reallocation or whether there was need. We admitted mishandling of the perishable goods. The goods were destroyed and we compensated the owner of the goods because when we seized them, we did not store them properly and they got spoiled. The Auditor General advised that we develop procedures advising staff on how to properly handle seized goods, particularly perishables, and those procedures were developed and circulated. However, the officer who also did this negligent act was a UPDF officer attached to Customs Enforcement. He was sanctioned and disseconded back to the UPDF in acknowledgement of his negligence.
Maybe if I can cut you short. Who just took the oil and give it somewhere without ascertaining what the quantity of that fuel, and then later out of his negligence, let's assume the owner took that advantage, as you might say, to ask for compensation. And as a result, the UPDF officer, because I doubt whether he was in charge of measuring what what was ought to have been done, as you have stated. So missing all those steps which we are supposed to handle as a person in charge, and you let the government lose 63 million. To me, I think if it is the wish of this committee, those officers who are supposed to handle that operation, him, we're supposed to recover that money from him, because that UPDF officer, with your supervision,
can't steal 9,733 liters when you don't know.
Which is well for a tour. So, Madam Chair, that has a possibility of government losing money. When you assess taxes, then you don't recover. And 1 billion was assessed, and it was not actually paid.
Ebintu yonna omulimu ogaffe ogusinga ogusookera ddala processinga auditor general's reports. Kino kyabbibwa, kino kyakola kino, sente zino zaabulankana nga bw'olaba kati ekyamafuta bwe kibadde. N'omwana omuto akiraba okutta amafuta g'omuntu azze asasudde wadde omubanja asudde nga litakenda zibulako. Ekyo tekyetaaga profesa kulaba nti awaliwo obubbi. Neera nze ku maziga g'empulira mu bantu baffe URA ebizibu byetusiza ku bantu baffe. Ensi eno ensonyi oba simanyi oba ndi mukalubu nnyo nenze nsuubira criminality. Omanyi waliwo ekigambo kyabadde bakoza negligence obulagajjavu. Nedda waliwo obumenyi bw'amateeka n'obulagajjavu. Omuntu akutta amafuta agatutte ku shero. Shero talina nayo ndagaano agambe tuterekera amafuta ago. Shero etunda amafuta. Oba mubiraba bye mbagamba. So nze sirina buzibu ensanze leero. Just obuzibu ensanze oba bwe nasanga mbannange okwogera amazima maybe. Banze tosobola nabaga size y'omutwe guno ogwange tosobola kugifu. Tosobola kunfuula musiru. Tewaliwo kyamanyi kyetaaga professor, tewaliwo rocket science. Ebintu byonna auditor general yabirambulula dda. Gwekikulu kuyimirira ku magulu go nga chair oba nga parliament, obubbi ne mbuyita bubbi, obulyake ne mbuyita bulyake. Naye amasiga abantu ge bakaaba ku URA enaki. Ndowooza olaba n'amaanyi omukyala abadde atandise okugakozesa ng'alagirira mu meeting yange. Maze mukomako ne mugamba wano tozannyirawo because nze tebanzannyirako ebyakiralula lweru. Yes.
Twogera ku nsonga y'amafuta okwongera ogirambula kiki mwazudde nga
bubbi bakwata amafuta g'omuntu ne bagateresa shero ekyo bakyogedde bwogezi tibagawa shero naye ekiriwo nti bagaguza shero ate kibadde ku URA nga bakwata ebintu ne babitunda ogenda okuddayo ne bakubuzaabuza paka bambi abasuubuzi baffe lwatya n'abikola ki abaami abo tobalakakkana wano nga tubakakanyiza naye mu ofisi abo amaanyi baba n'emmundu baba na buli kimu kati kye bakola og'omuze bakwata ebintu ne babitundako ekitundu ogenda okuddayo ng'omusolo gwasabye gwa $8 n'ebintu bye bakolekeddeyo bya $3 abasuubuzi ogenda okulinga bizinesi bazifulumye kati amafuta bagawa shero tubabuuza mwalina endagaano ne shero nti nedda shero ebaterekera nti nedda kati mwe temukiraba
omusirikale wa UPDF yago bagamba
bakulimba teri musirikale yagobwa ojja kulaba tujja kimaliriza ababba amafuta tubamanyi naye tujja kudiringa nabo yes betawali musirikale yagobwa takirungi komite ina ba CIDs abamala tujja kudiringa nabo tewali musirikale yagobwa ababba amafuta tubamanyi teri musirikale mukumyenza kubalita kenda ozimanyi gwenzo teka lita kenda mu kikopo n'ozitwala lita kenda si kantu nti oziteeka mu kadomola ka lita 5 n'okukutana zo n'odduka